I'm late, I'm sorry. Things to do. But I'm here. I'm here and we're ready to build some parkage, which is exciting. So, I probably should have done this earlier, but let's make sure that I actually have my Nostromo in Planet Coaster mode. There we go. And now we're in. This is a real headbanger. Look at this. I thought we'd get some background noise for Planet Coaster today. It was a little bit empty, the soundscape, I thought last time. I mean, it's kind of not lyrics. I'm going to let it get away with it. Is that a little bit loud, our background music, or are we doing okay? It only just wants to be kind of subtle background noises. Okay, so we're back. We're building our theme park. Last time, we kind of finished this coaster. I did get a haircut. Compliment me, bad news. Compliment me. Look, it's lovely. It's short. And it's slightly more controllable. Matt doesn't like it. Matt preferred my long hair, but Matt is wrong. Speaking of which, hello Matt and hello Paige. Right, so that works now. That feels like that could be a little smoother. But it does make it all the way around, which is kind of the main thing that we wanted. Which is good. It's a little loud. That's okay. We can just drift it down a little bit. It only just wants to be kind of friendly background music, just so we know it's alive. Bad news had tapped that. That's good. That's good. That's what we want. We found out from Lasagna that the sole reason that Hailey and Simone raided me originally was because he thought I was a sexy bugger. So that was exciting. Let's edit track, specifically this piece. This piece is a little low. So that kind of, we probably want to also take this piece, just kind of, I'm going to smooth this out a little bit if we can. Is that better? Can't tell if I've actually kind of achieved anything, but it felt like it kind of, that might be better. There we go. It still feels a bit jaggedy. Maybe that wants to... Ugh. Is that better? It's this bit. It's this bit. It's too sharp a finish. So what if we took that up and then... Oh, this is getting a little janky. This is getting a little janky. No, look, you know what? We're going to take that bit of track out. And that bit of track out. And then we're going to smack autocomplete and let it... Oh, no, even worse. Even worse, surely. That's just going to go... Ugh. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. But I feel like it's a little... feels like that's not going to look great. Yeah, I mean, it's not awful. What if we took that piece out and we gave it a little more room to play with? Why do you insist on putting in these really sharp... Oh, we can put a little... We can put a little deviation in. We don't want that. We want to... That feels... better? Maybe. I mean, I might be going completely... No, I don't like that anymore. This is... It's just this bit. It's just that bit. Why does that have to be so sharp? Okay, look, fine. Fine, look what you made me do. No, that's not going brilliantly. But that's okay, look. It's not crashing, and it's saying that it's happy, so we're going to deal with that. Here is Anus Cave that needs a little bit of love. Wordings, Alex, wordings. Think about it. This is Anus Cave that needs a little love. We need to kind of jazz this up a little bit. We need a... What is the butt version of a vajazzle? Because whatever that is what we need for in here. Matabrotana's here with a cracking username. I believe you're also you're a tavernman, aren't you? And yeah, so this was called the Anus Cave last time by Lasagna. And we're just having to run with that now because we also got a little bit. It's not quite so bad anymore, but we accidentally made our entrance a little bit kind of dick and ballsy. A Bajazzle. I'm going to take Bajazzle. I'm going to lock that in. Thank you, Bad News. But so, I mean, this looks like this track is doing... Look, it's not doing terribly, I don't think. There's no entrance. I'm aware there's no entrance. We need to worry about that. I think we'll worry about the actual kind of station in a bit. For the time being, if we can kind of get all of this locked in... We didn't use that section of it. I don't know whether we want to use that section of it, potentially. Ooh, it could maybe loop around that way and go up and then back through. Are they going to find that exciting? Look, let's give it a little go. Let's give it a little go. So if we get rid of that bit there, right, we can worry about reconnecting that later. We want to bring this around here. So this is your first time here, isn't it, Mana? This is... I don't think we've seen you before. Let's take it not up, but... Yeah, there, that works. And a little longer as well. Could always do with it being a little longer. Start to bank it a bit more as well. That's nice. No, that's nice. It's different. It's unusual. Which is a Kath and Kim quote, by the way. If any of you have ever seen Kath and Kim, let me know, because that gets you major brownie points. Alright, so that worked out nicely, I think. That wants to start coming up, probably. Yeah, it's carrying alright speed through there. Do we maybe make it a little longer? No. Back to straight now. Oh, that's worked out marvelously. Oh, that's exciting. That's exciting. I mean, it's too high. It's too high, as is this bit. This bit is too high. So let's go back one. You need to be a little lower. Oh, your options are one or the other, huh? Okay, we'll go with that, and then back to the straight, and that way, and then up. Oh no, too sharp now. Too sharp? Maybe not too sharp. I come highly recommended, do I? Goodbye. Who is highly recommending me? Because that's cute. Is that... Alright, so that's doing okay. It's going to need to get to there, and then it's probably going to need to start getting a little bit of chain lift. Can we switch the side that the stairs are on? Because I don't love them on that side. Track supports, camera, height markers, utility settings, we can't. Chain speed needs to be far higher though. If I learnt one thing from Roller Coaster Tycoon, it's that you need to ramp your chain speeds up wherever possible. Okay, let's bring that back down and flat-ish. I mean, it's not brilliantly flat, but it's going to have to do. How is that going when it gets there? Gee, booty! G-Booty loves it because I slam lasagna all the time. But no, this is good. We like G-Booty. We've started seeing G-Booty more a little bit recently. Okay, so that's carrying okay speed up there still. And then it was going to get to the top and then start curling around back through here and then back to the end. That makes sense, right? I quite like that. We're going to need to do a little bit of terrain work to kind of push this down to give it a bit of a ravine to work in. Oh, the terrain work is so satisfying in this game. It's so smooth. It is so smooth. Oh god, what innuendo have I done now? Because it definitely wasn't. Right, let's just kind of smooth that out a little bit. That got a little bit too keen in there, didn't it? Let's pop that up again. And let's just kind of smooth that out a bit. Nice. Nice, different, unusual. Which probably means that this can afford now to have not gone up quite so high. So how long have you been streaming for, Mana? You do some introductions here. Introduce us to the world of Mana Brotana. Let's shorten that. I slam lasagna all the time. Ah, boy. Yep, no, I now see what I've said. I don't feel lasagna's going to complain about that, but it is what it is. Alright, let's go to there. Good. And then, now we can start kind of sliding this. If we really lengthen... Everything in this stream is an innuendo, my word. If we start to really lengthen that, it's a little bit kind of boring though, isn't it? We might need to take this down a little bit more. I'm just concerned about... This is what happened with our last coaster, I think, where people just hated it. It's because it kind of got a little dull in parts, and we need to avoid that this time. Shoo, around like that. Nice little gully, look. And we can put some action up here of some description. Flatten to surface. We kind of flatten that out, look. This is a nice little stage for us to put something. They can get shot by something or something like that. I like that. Okay. Streamer since June of last year. Variety streamer living in LA. Who drinks a lot. Never takes himself too seriously. This is good. We like this. Okay, so we're going to put a whole bunch of extra length on that. I mean, everyone likes long walks on the beach and dogs, right? How do you not like that? Around there like that. That's now gotten a little too much. So we're going to have to dig that out a tad more. So what have you been playing lately? Mana, what have you been playing? Anything exciting? Up one. That's better. And let's start to put a little bank on it, because it's going to come around here. Like that. A bit more bank by the time it gets in there. Subnautica. I've heard the name Subnautica a lot. Never actually played any. Alright, around there. And then into this little cave. And then it's going to kind of go shoo, and out there again. That's the plan anyway. That is my plan. How much speed is it carrying through here? Is this still an exciting section? So I felt like we needed to maybe calm it down a little bit. The nausea is high. Excitement sitting high though, which is good. And then shoots back down again. And it gets up there. The excitement kind of wavers. Does the excitement build again around this bit, or is it a little bit slow? No, it builds nicely. Okay. Yeah, no, that's not the worst. That's not the worst. Certainly not the worst. So that can go kind of down like that. And then bring it back that way. And I mean, we might have to do some adjustments to bits here. But that fits. This is fitting, which is good. I like when it fit. Oh, Jesus Christ. Everything is a damn innuendo in this. Good. Actually, we don't want to do that. We want to shorten that a little bit, and that way we don't have to potentially make it such an incline at this stage. If we just shorten... That's going to have to come up slightly, isn't it? So maybe it does need to stretch out a little bit. And then... Can we auto... Oh, no, not that one. Wrong button. Auto-complete. You're almost done with the application you've been working on. This is indeed good news. This is very good news. Let's bring you just up a notch just to smooth that out. And then, sure, duck it into the other people. And then round there and home. Okay. Okay. That feels better. Let's stop editing that. Let's let that have a little run now. Look at that now. Look at that for a majestic little waltz around the mountains, eh? Good. Good, good, good. So what is this application you've been working on? Bad news? What's the dealio? Let's pull the kind of terrain up a little bit so it makes a bit more sense with certain bits through here. Kind of like this. Too much. Too much. Down a bit again. With this, because they're kind of... Yes, nice. Nice and good and things and stuff. Let's try and kind of natural it out. Like it's chiseled its way through there a little bit. Hey? Nice. Using the landscape. And by using, I mean faking. But, you know, it's all good. In there as well. A little too much. Drop it back down. In here, there's a little kind of ditch there. I feel like we should probably kind of pull up. Too far again. Too far. And there as well. Ah, we got there just in time. To get new radiation stuff. Ooh. So do you have to like apply for that kind of jazz? It probably is a little bit pokey-outy there, isn't it? Which is the technical term in the industry, pokey-outy. How do I get it to go? Yeah, that way. That's the way we want. No, good. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, so now we kind of laid all the actual track work. We need to make this pretty. Kind of put some excitement around the place. So it's not just kind of running through blank terrain. Can we put some, like, it's not really a cave, is it? So I suppose stalagmites and tights wouldn't really make a huge amount of sense in there. That can come up again now, because that's no longer kind of being used. And maybe close in the side of this entrance here a little bit. I mean, I'm assuming that the excitement ratings and stuff don't take into account, like, proximity to terrain and stuff. So where they go through all my little tunnels, that's probably not helping the overall excitement or anything. But it makes us feel better about ourselves, doesn't it? Look at that. They disappear in there. They shoot out there. You loop around. You have to do something around that section because I don't like how kind of blank all that is. So we're going to have to do something there. Just push that corner down. Smooth it all off. Good. So they kind of lurk up here. We have to go through and kind of repaint all this. That's clipping through the wall there, which isn't ideal. I've unlocked an achievement somehow. Coasting along. Smooth out, smooth out. This needs something going on there, but we can worry about that. We can probably pull that up so it kind of smooths into the side of the landscape a little more. That looks brilliant, doesn't it? 40-page-ish application. Ugh. Get up, come on. Smooth into the sides. There you go. Nice transition from the edge of the map into there. Good. Okay. So now we can start worrying about making this all look kind of prettier, I think. Pull that up. Smooth that round. We can do something else with this area because we've still got plenty of room out the back here, don't we? Because where is the boundary? Is that the boundary? That's the boundary. So we've got so much room out the back here, which is good. That maybe we could kind of, that could be the entrance almost to Western World, and we can build up around the back here and do some other bits. Smooth off over the top here. I think that's just painting rather than actually doing a whole lot. Good. Smooth all the view off. In here as well, we kind of need to probably pop up a few different bits in there. Inside Anus Cave. But there you go. You're nearly through it. You've nearly done it, Bad News. You've nearly done it. We believed in you the whole time. We always believed in you. Alright. Have we got some final stats from this? Testing. Excitement is orange and green. Okay. I think we actually improved it with today's additions. I can't remember what stats we ended up with last time. Oh, it's stuck. There we go. I can't remember what our finishing stats were before, but I feel like we have certainly improved it with today's modifications. So now we need to go about probably turning this into some sort of. I mean, we're going a mine theme, aren't we? So we probably need like braces and all that kind of stuff around these entrances to kind of make it look like it's going through like an old coal mine or something. Let's kind of bring that up if we can to a bit closer to the terrain level, and in there as well. Kim John is going to be psyched. Yeah, he is. I find him just a fascinating human being. Because on the one hand, he's genuinely fucking insane, and on the other hand, he just went and thoroughly enjoyed the Winter Olympics. Like, okay, Kim. Why not? Treat yourself. Alright, let's get. I feel like we're maybe a little wide on the entrance to Anus Cave. So let's pull that in a bit. Just tighten that up. Jeez, again, everything I say is just coming out wrong. Alright, scenery, filters, content packs, scenery theme, that's what we want. Western. There it is. It's Butthole Cave. Welcome, Molly. How are you? I mean, I knew what you meant. Bad news. I knew what you meant. That's all that matters. Alright, so do we have locomotive buffer? Locomotive. We could have like a crashed locomotive somewhere. That could be exciting. What I'm looking for is... well, it's probably in building, isn't it? Do the filters apply? Source, DLC items? No, they don't. Oh, it's because we're in Blueprint. That's why. Freebread's here to lurk. That's fine. You be you. Do your thing. Building set. Old West. Here we go. Okay. Brick pillars, canvas awning. What I'm looking for is some iron column. We don't want iron columns. We're looking for like wooden, thick wooden beam. That's what we want. I don't know why it's green. Why are you green? If we can... yeah, what is going on there? Why are you green? Oh, there we go. We can colour it slightly differently. Does it look better? Still not brilliant, is it? Still not a brilliant kind of... not exactly what we're after. Maybe our mistake. Wooden pole. Wooden pole is more what I want, I think. Or wooden pillar. I don't want carved. Plain 4-meter wooden pillar. Can we do something with this? Can we build up like a mine entrance with some wooden boards or something? Let's take off the western filter actually, and let's put the building material to be batten wood and planks. I feel like we can do a little bit more with this. That's more what I'm looking for. Natural wooden arch look. It can be... yes, there it is. There it is. That's what we wanted. Happy days. Oh, no, not you. Drop that down. That's probably getting a little... probably needs to end up there, doesn't it? Ooh. Oh, getting very close to smacking your head, so we might give you a little bit of extra height there. Oh, we're on the stupid grid now, aren't we? This is the one thing I've never fully understood with building in this, is you start... oh, I've duplicated. That's not what we wanted. That's the one I want. You kind of, as soon as you put down your first piece, you're then locked into that as like your building foundations. You can't necessarily do it as individual pieces quite so easily. But I feel like that's where we'll start. So we need to edit this as a building. That's what's happening here. This is becoming a building. Batten wall. So if we kind of board up the entrance to this mine, look. As they would have back in the 1890s. Thank you for the cheeky little stripper bits, Molly. I'm feeling very generous this morning with your biddies. Right, let's kind of fill in that space and there as well. We're going to have to work with the terrain to kind of cover that up. Look, so they've just built it into the walls. That's what they've done. Make you smaller. We need some more over here. Head at the building. We are blocking up the entrance to the Anus Cave. This is what's happening. Right, so there and there, because I mean it's getting becoming a very strong wall, isn't it? Maybe this should be more the mine entrance one, because that's getting quite large now I look at it. So actually, we may take more drastic measures. So should we leave? Do you want to leave that natural then? Tried to type with one hand, but I'm welcome. Why not? Thank you kindly, Molly. Do we leave this natural then and just kind of light it up? Light it up. Props, lights, more filters. Let's take off the Western filter. Let's go with whatever damn lights we please. Although it probably will be the oil lamps that it was already suggesting. Wow, they come up tiny in here, don't they? Yeah, if we kind of dot these about the place, look. That's starting to get bright again, so we can... Just so that, I mean, we don't want them in absolute darkness in here, do we? So we'll dot them, and then we'll have a little play around with them. Just so they're not kind of just randomly sitting. Yeah, let's sauce up the Anus Cave a little, why not? So let's kind of put that there, and, you know, I want these as if they've fallen over. It's kind of the plan. Look at that, it's kind of... I mean, I don't know how it's managing to remain lit. It must have a cracking amount of oil in it. But we want to make them kind of semi-natural looking. Yeah, that's right. We're putting this much time and effort into the placement of our lamps. I don't stream on Thursdays, JD. So, no is the simple answer to that one. No, I used to stream on Thursdays, can't stream on Thursdays anymore because of cricket pre-season. But, I mean, Overwatch will be kind of put into the mix of games. Welcome, by the way, JD. It's nice to have you back. It would be, yeah, in and amongst, but not necessarily... What we might do here, look, we're going to do a real little cheeky cheek here. But it won't be like my main game or anything, I'm sorry. I think I need to kind of play that in moderation, otherwise I'm going to get fed up with it quite quickly. So it'll be when I'm in the mood to shoot bitches. Or mostly get shot by said bitches, as has already been proven is the case most of the time. I did buy Overwatch, bad news, I did. I'm a sucker for a discount percentage. But no, I mean, I enjoyed it enough. I enjoyed it enough to warrant buying it. So, I thought, hey, you know what? If I'm not going to buy it at 50% off... Oh, what happened there? Oh, it's gone around there. That's what happened. Yeah, if I'm not going to buy a game at 50% off, when am I going to buy a game? So, yep, a game was bought. Let's just kind of tilt that into the landscape a little bit. Good, good, good. Look at this. So you kind of, at least now, you've got the... Ooh, can we get like... I don't know if this is going to get a little bit morbid, but is there like skeleton stuff? Not within lights, obviously. Are there like bones? Skeleton? I kind of want... Ooh, there totally are. But they are also totally DLC. That's disappointing, because I would have put like a couple of... Like there was an abandoned miner. But we can still maybe put some other some other stuff in here. I assume there's not like pallets in this game, is there? But we can have, yeah, some like ladders and bits that have been abandoned. No, because obviously this was used at some point as a working mine. So this needs a bit of love. I mean, it wasn't ever used as a working mine because it's part of a theme park, but you know, those Imagineers, they'll make you believe anything. So let's do kind of that and then push it down like that. You know, they've just kind of left their stuff around the place. It's just dotted in and about. We might put a little bit of bush through the anus cave. Everything makes it sound awful. Small wooden barrel. Would they have small wooden barrels? I suppose they might. They might have a small wooden barrel in amongst with, you know, supplies and stuff. So we'll just, you know, we'll leave that bit. There was obviously, you know, something going down up here. So what did they have with them up here? An exploding wooden barrel? Wooden crate. Yeah, they'd have a little wooden storage cratey bit. Look, wouldn't they? Of course they would. Of course they would have that. Let's move that just slightly towards it, just so we light it a little bit. There we go. They've got that. Push it into the dirt side a little more to make it look like it's been there a while. My ladder. Is my ladder not sufficiently dug in? It feels like it's pretty well buried. Scenery. I mean, maybe two. Close to fence. Maybe like a second wooden crate. Like, this has obviously been a space for these people to. This is like tea break area. That one's going to be slightly buried. Look. Do you want some rocks, Matt? Do you want me to get some rocks up in this? I mean, it would make sense for there to be rocks in here, right? Oh, no. Stop that. Grasslands rock. Kind of play around with roughening this terrain up a tad for you. Look at that. Hey, look at that. That's nice. Because, what is the number one rule, Matt? Rocks make everything better. Could be a little outcrop here. Another large one. Kind of makes sense for there to be large rocks in these bits, wouldn't there? I would imagine. Kind of lurking in there like that. One in the middle. Tuck a bit in there. I mean, if I could make a career out of rock placement, I'd be going alright. And that means we can totally move this lantern up onto one of said rocks. Like that. Light that up a little bit. Oh, the lighting in this game is so pretty. I mean, it's pretty sparse, but I think there's a little bit of interest going on in there, isn't there? Which is nice. You know, it's giving them a little something to look at. Over here, we need another little kind of outpost over here. Let's go with wood again. There's a bell tower. There's a bell tower. If we sink a bell tower in, maybe kind of do it that way. So we can hide. Hello. Hello. That's a bit of kind of scaffolding into the wall, isn't it? That's nice. I like that. I like that a lot. Let's advance, move, and duplicate that one. Bring it over here and sit it on the scaffolding so people can actually see that as they go past. Because, you know, if they can't see it, what's the point of it being there? There you go. So there was, you know, something went on here. What was it? What went on here? Who knows? We might use a... Oh, no, way too big. Even medium's a bit big. There's a wooden storage crate stored on here, of course, because, you know, this is clearly a resource area. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. I like that. Now, what we can do, I don't know if we want to kind of cheat with our lights. So, something that I did kind of do in this game before when I played, is you use the box lights and you kind of just cast general light sort of like that, but then you cheat and you hide them in the ground so that there is just kind of ambient light sources like that, just to kind of give the space a little bit of life and activity. You know, you see what I'm going for? It feels like a very Disney thing to kind of just, you know, just like that, just so that it's not pitch black. Because we can change the light color, we can kind of darken it down a little bit to like a bit of a yellowy hue like that. Orangey. See, there you go. I mean, we're never going to see that again, but it just kind of lights the walls up. Have I unlocked stalagmites? I thought about this before, but I mean, it's not actually a cave as such. I'm in lights again, aren't I? It is a DLC thing. Okay, good. And then I just feel like these rocks maybe want a little bit of fake light on them as well. Just to maybe from like if we hit them from over here, can we line that up? Can we hit the other wall down a bit? It's kind of hitting the it's hitting the track more, isn't it? I don't know if we can select an RGB value. I think we just have... No, I take that back. We can have a hex code. Is there a specific color that you would like, Bad News? Is that why? Are you a big fan of a certain RGB? But yeah, we've got full color control, which is exciting. Let's do that, and then let's pull it away a bit, just so it kind of does that. Look, we get some interesting shadows at work, and all this kind of stuff. I mean, what's exciting, and what is kind of cool, is that there are people in the world that actually get to do this for a job. Like, for realsy. They get to go, let's put a light here, so that makes that look kind of cool. Oh lord. Let's find out what HB4513 is. What is this? 8B4513. It's a pleasant orange. It's a pleasant orange. What is the meaning behind the pleasant orange? That's lost on me slightly. I was expecting you to try and make it like pink. Or is this meant to be... Are you trying to make this brown? Is that what you're going for? I get the sense that's maybe what you're going for here. Saddle brown. I mean, it's looking more orange in here, but look, I'll give you a little... There's some... It's not really worked brilliantly there, so let's take it the other way. Let's do it like that, and pull it up a bit. Why is it sticking out? Why do we have to have it sticking out? No, I can't do it. Sorry, Bad News, I can't do it. Alright, terrain. Let's pull this terrain up around this side, just so that we've got a bit of a kind of a smaller exit to the cave. That was a bit much, maybe. Smooth that out. And there. Cool. Okay, so we've got a little bit of interest in here now. You know what I think we need down this side wall? Say it with me, Matt. Got the big old grasslands rocks. Just because it's looking a bit desolate otherwise on this side wall. It's just empty space is what we want to avoid, I think. Empty space is... That looks like a butt. That 100% looks like a butt. There we go, and it's going to kind of blend in with that other rocky outcrop as well, which is good. Apparently there are only large grasslands rocks as well. You don't get any small ones. You take what they give you and nothing else. No, don't like that. No, that's better. That's a better shape. Better size. There's a bit more going on there now. It's a little bit more kind of filled in. Yes, I've just said the anus cave is a little bit more filled in. Or is this other code that you have suggested, Bad News? DAA 520. DAA 520. I mean, it's browner. It's certainly browner. All right, we're a little bit too, I think. We're a bit green kind of in the entrance to this. It needs to get a bit rockier. So let's kind of do that. And inside there as well, everything in here needs to just be... Oh, that's better. Oh, that's instantly better. Oh, look. Oh, my word. Yes, 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 yes. That's what we've been missing. We're going for actual good light. That looks so much better now that we put some rock texture in there. Look, there's shadows and stuff happening. Good work, everyone. Alright. Good, good, good. So they've been through this. We need to paint this exit as well, because that's looking a bit non-rocky. They're going to pop up through there, which is obviously all a rocky outcrop, and kind of, I mean, if this is meant to be like a shard of earth, because it's going to want to be a bit kind of rockier. It's not going to be a whole heaper. Particularly around the sides, isn't it? More, maybe we can get away with a bit more green around the top, but around the sides, it's got to be around there like that. That's coming together. There we go. That's a bit flatter, so they can get away with that. That little ridge there needs to be a cliff face. Good. And then around this side as well, all needs to be rock because it's sheer cliff. The top is fine. Inside here, all needs to be rock because it's been chiseled away. And then it kind of comes back into grass again. Inside here, it needs to be rock. Painting terrain is making a world of difference to how good this looks. Let's do that, and all around the sides as well. Anywhere that it's been cut out needs to be rock. Write that pretty high up there. Inside all of here, you're all rock. Rock, 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 rock. Can't believe we let you get away with being grass for so long. We need a Christmas section of this park. I mean, we can't have like holiday themed sections, surely. Because they're only, you know, no one wants to go to Holiday Land. I take that back. You would want to go to Holiday Land, wouldn't you, Matt? Cake Tarts is here. Everybody stop panicking. Matt, stop panicking. Cake Tarts is here. How is your creativity? Cake, are you going to be able to help us out with some decisions here? That needs to come down a little lower, doesn't it? That's better. That's better. Good. Good, 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 good. I do not know. Well, we'll find out. We'll find out. If you have suggestions, make them known. Make them known. Christmas is a terrible one. I mean, I've never been on a roller coaster. Because I'm an absolute baby when it comes to that kind of stuff. But, you know, I like making stuff look pretty. You'll learn pretty quickly that I'm a big fan of rocks in this game, and just everything has to have rocks, because rocks just fill in space. And filled in space makes everything look better. Okay, so I mean, that could be potentially our... What is going on? This needs some kind of like scaffolding propping it up, doesn't it? For sure. Faux sure. And we're going to want a little bit of lighting in there as well. So, I'm just gonna wait for Matt's rebuttal to bad news there, because that's gonna kick off, I think. So what we want, can we get like wooden posts in here? Let's just search wood, so we can have the ladders. Ooh, wooden scaffolding. Hello. Why are you insisting on it being that way around? No, not like that. I don't want it like that. We have to do some strong advanced moving. That way, up, erect it. This is going to do a lot of the work for us with making this look good, I think. Because if we kind of recess it into the wall there, and around that way a little bit, maybe down like that. Probably gone too far, so I could probably come out a little bit more like that. Like that. And in. Look, they're trying to prop it up. Look, they're holding the walls back, team. Look, they know what they're doing. Wooden scaffolding, small. Thank you. Thank you for the little 10 bits, Cake Tarts. I have no more bits, so take these. What about water in that cave? In this cave? Or in... I mean, in any of the caves, to be fair, I suppose water could look pretty cool. I think the only problem I've found with water so far in this game is it limits you a little bit with how far you can bring the water up. So it can get tricky to get the water like high enough that it's not in this big chasm. But we can have a play. This one in particular. That looks good on the side there, doesn't it? Look at this, yes! We could. Let's see if it's going to let us drop any water into the bottom here. It's probably going to need to be dug out a little bit more. That. Get some water in there now. Well, that went up pretty high. Probably wants to be... What's the difference between standing water? Let's take the water out. Standing water is like that. I feel like dirty water is probably going to be more appropriate. I mean, they all look exactly the same. Look, and there was like safety scaffolding going on. We need some lighting in here because we can't see anything that's going on. How do we turn on? What is my opinion on memes, Cake Tarts? I mean, yeah, they're fine. You know, they have a very short shelf life. But yeah, I mean, I don't dislike memes. I think I mentioned my student staff member yesterday, didn't I? In his meme page, he's a little bit too into memes, I think. But I mean, I assume from the question that you are a big meme fan. Lights under the water. See, look, now that it's here, look how kind of murky that is. Yes, hello. Yeah, we can whack some lights under the water for sure. Props, lights. Let's get some box lights and kind of put it there. Let's set the time to 10 PM so we actually see what effect this has. At the moment, it's doing a brilliant job of illuminating the support of the roller coaster. So we're going to have to kind of... Actually, it might make sense to kind of use the pole of the roller coaster as what this has kind of done. I tend to just meme out sometimes. I don't particularly like some of the weird memes like Bleach and goddamn Tide Pods, but Dat Boy and Pepe. Yeah, right, so if we pull this back right up to there, look, in that way, and kind of tilt it down a little bit. I mean, it's not super bright, is it? It's not making a massive amount of difference, and that's when it's white. By the time it becomes murky brown, it's doing even less. Is it because we maybe should have it above the water? Should we add the lights not to the water, but to like the walls and stuff? Maybe. Kind of like just a little bit of... Actually, if we take it like that, make it a little more uppity, down like that. That's kind of spooky, right? Particularly if it's on the scaffolding like that. Couple like that in and around the place could look nice. I think adding lights is my favorite part of this game. Just because it's what really sets this game apart from like other like Roller Coaster Tycoon and stuff. The lighting and the control that you have over lighting. Because I It makes such a huge difference. Like this place wouldn't look anywhere near as good if it wasn't for this lighting making it, really setting it off. So let's take it that way and then down a bit. Is that looking... That's a bit too obviously placed to be looking at the scaffolding, isn't it? So I'll do what I want to do. That's a bit better. Yeah, that way. That way. That's better. That's better because it's kind of clipping the track as well, look. Good. Let's murk it up. The bad news is murky brown. And then we can probably shoot one straight from over here, can't we, into... So today we're playing less rock placing sim. Today is lighting simulator. I think lighting simulator is probably a little bit more exciting to look at than rock placing sim was. There. It's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. Probably this wall over here is still a little bit kind of barren, isn't it? So if we work off that, it's going to need to drop below the height of the coaster. Alright team, what is our opinion on kind of impossibly floating lights and stuff? Like, is it going to bother you if I kind of have stuff where it's hidden under a track maybe, but it's just kind of floating however it pleases? Like that. I mean, that's hidden under the water, so that one's doing okay. Let's make it the same color as the rest, and it looks amazing. Look at my lighting. My lighting's amazing. I don't mind actually being able to see that light, because that almost adds an element of like a little bit of realism to it. Because I mean, you can see lights at Disney, right? You can see them occasionally. You can't always have them fully covered. We've got a strong boo-ans from Bad News about impossible light placement. So I will adhere to his wishes. So that right there, at the moment, that's an illegal light in the Bad News book. It needs to be down there. Kind of tilt up a little bit just to soften it up. There we go. No, that's too bright. It's too obviously from a source. That's better. That's better. Yes. Polite applause, everyone. Polite applause. Section 2 of the spooky area complete. I mean, even during the day, it still looks pretty cool because of the scaffolding, right? It's doing all right. Would it kind of ruin the vibe entirely? Ian, please. If we put a little oil lamp on the... Is that too... if there was one on there, has that made that too bright? Or is that kind of... Lasagna has triggered you. What's happened, Cake? What's happened? Thoughts on the singular gas lamp placement? We could have it there. Or if it'll let me select it. Let me select it. Not that. They gifted you a sub. What? Who have they gifted you a sub to? That's exciting. Okay, it won't let me select the damn light. The light, not the scaffolding. I mean, I'm not even clicking the scaffolding. I'm not even near the scaffolding with my clicking either. This is getting very... This is triggering. This is triggering in itself. Right, now can I have it? Thank you. Let's put it over on this one maybe, just so it's not quite so... Kragan. I don't think I've dropped in on Kragan. I've seen Kragan about in the Discord, but I don't think I've managed to make it to a Kragan stream before. To be fair, I don't actually get a huge amount of time to watch streams because, like, I kind of come home from work and I make dinner and then I stream myself. I kind of like having that at the start there because it means you kind of go from light into dark pretty quickly. So that's cool. That's a good start. That's a good start. How does this look at night again? More lighting sim. Fine. This needs a bit of a perk up in this area because that is definitely too dark. So there. Kind of there's-y. Down and upsy daisy and then down. That's good. There. Murky. Good. Better. Better. Alright. That's good. This area I almost feel like... I mean, does that want to stay just open? Like, not everything needs this amazing story within it, right? Probably needs some lighting. But beyond that, maybe not a huge amount else. Woo, 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 woo. If we kind of just drift that upski a little bit and run it along the walls. We take it back that way like that. Too much. Too harsh. Too harsh. Drift it back that way and out that way and then back that way and out that way. Back that way. Like that. Murk it up a bit. I don't love it. Don't love it. I don't know why I don't love it. I think it's because it was hitting the track. I think that's better. That is better. That is better indeed. Let's duplicate that. Let's drag it out this way and up and blue one. Blue one, please. Over this way and back down again. Drift it around. Up. He wants to go across that way a bit. In and I mean, it's made such little difference, isn't it? If we spin it around, kind of that way, and now we are going the wrong way. That one is not working for me. I can't get that one to work for me. So let's move over to here and up. Right over onto this wall, maybe. How far does this project? Is this going to hit that other wall? No, it's not. No, it is not. Just to make our lives difficult, it is quite a weak light, isn't it, really? Ah! Get back inside. We've escaped. We've escaped. Right. Let's try this again. There, and then up, and then down, and over. I suppose it's probably because of the wall placement slightly, but that's given us a bit of light ski. And then we'll drag another one over this way, and over, and up, and shoot it straight down that wall. That's nice. It's giving you a little something to look at there, isn't it? Do we maybe put one of this, like the big wooden scaffolding towery thing? This, the bell tower. Let's turn off that so we can just see what's going on. Put one of these over here. So yeah, as you say, you're kind of getting... can we make it 10 AM please, so we can have some light in here? One like that there, and then another one lower and further in as like a companion. And some oil lamps on these. So you need to be able to see what's going on. Yeah, just a bit more minimal. I'm just going to offset that ever so slightly just so it's not visible. Cake's back. Alright. Look at this. This is coming together. It's snowing. Where are you? Where are you, Cake Tarts, that it's snowing? assuming it's not snowing outside for me. It is meant to get to -3 tonight, I think, which is nasty. Like, I am not okay with a -3. Ah, you're in the US. Okay. Well, we're meant to get to -3 in Colchester in the UK tonight. So, let us, to keep Matt happy, let's put some Alpine Rock Large along the sides here. Kind of build this up. Alpine Rock 1. Just because this is otherwise a bit kind of bare, isn't it? Oh, wow, very small. Too small, in fact. Too small to be worth placing. That's better. These are better sizes. Look at these little American chums making friends, eh? Look at this. Stream. Bringing American friends together in the face of snow-based adversities. There's a little outcropping here, look. That's what's going on there. Cake tarts, we're learning. Not great with geography. But that's fine. We won't judge. We won't judge. Alright, so we wanted to put something up here, didn't we? Can we? Is there like a shack or something? Or like a hut? There's a monster's trailer parachute? No. Shack? There's a... Yeah, pirate shack's not really going to fit with the vibe, is it? That doesn't make sense. What about pre-made buildings? Are there any kind of downtown buildings, downtown docks, fairy tale towers, downtown skyscrapers? Any of these? Pirate house. None of these are really the kind of vibe that we want. They're all kind of piratey. Pirate Villa, Pirate Plaza, Riviera doesn't really work. Restaurant Pirate. Sci-Fi Fusion Tower. Can we put a... like Western... Here we go. Here's what we want. Small Western building, Western Undertakers. Western Servicing Building. Gyms, wagons. Horse Vet Hotel, Western Large Building, Western Sheriff's Building, Western Stables. Does that kind of make any sense up here at all? It doesn't really. We could... Ooh, we could kind of... Let's take the hotel... And then let's kind of make it a little bit... broken down. Let's make it run down and kind of... like it was here... ages ago. No gold teeth, apparently. So, let's edit the building. And let's see kind of... Let's take bits off it. Like the door is only a double door. That's a shame. Let's edit that one. Kind of, can we hang it? Can it be very off? Like, yeah, I mean it kind of gets messed up by the fact that there's still rope on it. We can maybe kind of do something with it, like... Oh, I've cancelled. I cancelled. I shouldn't have cancelled. We take that way, and just wants to be a little bit sort of ramshackly. Or it goes like this way and kind of falls more into that pillar. Is that an option? Have to take it around that way a little bit so it's not clipping quite so badly. That's better. Ooh, what are there in terms of... I just want the pieces. How is there not... I mean, what are you called then? If I edit building... Yeah, wooden window. Why when I search window did it give me nothing? Doors and windows. Let's look at doors and windows. What filters have we got on? That's why. That is why. Is there like a broken window at all? There is not. It's because I'm looking indoors. This is why I'm having an absolute nightmare. But even then, there is still no broken windows. Something there said abandoned, didn't it? But that is because it's DLC. It's always DLC. Hotel Desperado. Your sign can definitely be hanging off. Kind of on the real huh. So we'll take these out. Actually, we won't take it out. Let's move these right to the end. Because I kind of like them. They add detail. They can go onto the end. Look, that's where the beams are. So the once great Hotel Desperado is now fallen on hard times on the back of the end of the gold rush. So, I mean, just business. Business died off. Wish I could also... Can I change sizes at all? I don't think I can. Which is a shame. Kind of want to have this resting almost on that window, like it's gotten itself wedged. That. Let's take the rotation down a little bit, because otherwise it's going to clip. We don't like clipping. Clipping is bad. Out that way a little bit, and then stop. Moving along. There you go. There we go. That's kind of on the struggle towns now. I don't know why part of it is blue. None of it should be blue. I can stay as black. That's the ones I want to change. How do I change that outside? Like, surely I can change the... That's changing the text color. We don't want that. Don't want that. That wants to be like a darker brown like that. I'm spending a lot of time on a single sign. I'm aware of that. I mean, I can't see any way to change that wall sign out of color from blue to anything else. Welcome can go. I mean, that looks kind of... We definitely don't need luggage on the outside, because that implies that it's still in business, which it ain't. Let's kind of push that down. Let's we smooth the land up to it. Is that going to work for us? Flatten the surface. No, we're going to have to do some careful pulling. Alright, being reclaimed slightly. Smoothing over here is probably going to be easier to push that down. No, apparently not. Apparently that's a lie. That's fine. In some tiny little areas it can kind of have perked up a tad to be reclaiming. Not a huge amount though. Bit of lighting up here just because lighting is always necessary, otherwise you might as well not do anything. It could be an old oil lamp sitting on there, and one kind of on the stairs maybe. I'm assuming that the windows are... Assuming we can't put lights inside. Yeah, I mean, that's the blue border on the sign is kind of there by default, it seems. I can't seem to change the... What's it called? Western sign, wall sign 3. Sign 1. I think it's just because it's a blue sign. Let's shut that off. And shall we... Let's mess up the hotel sign. Let's bring the hotel sign down here. get that out, and then that way, and then spin it around like that, that way a bit as well, and then it can kind of have fallen and now be resting on the like that. Oh, bad times for the hotel industry. Look at that. I'm kind of like, I keep deleting stuff hoping that it's gonna remove and like leave a hole, and it never does. That is already on a pretty drastic angle. Can we kind of accentuate that a little bit? Oh, we can. Look, that's in danger of falling down. That's a health code violation. That's a building code issue. And you better take that with you, otherwise it's gonna look strange. Oh, did someone say rickety? I did. And that a little so it doesn't clip. This is good. This is going well. This is going well. I don't like that light is now clipping through that. So let's bring that over to this side. I mean, where was that even meant to be originally? That would have been lined up on anything regardless. In there, tucked up on that. Good. Can hang there under the cash only sign. I mean, I'd like to... What if we custom walls, arches, framework. Let's get some framework in. We kind of bit of disrepair on the side there. That's still holding that thing up. Framework is probably what we wanted downstairs, to be honest. Wall pieces. I want like an open doorway, but what is this called? This is natural wood plank, which is all of this stuff. No, but that's completely different. What is this? Natural wood plank wall, 4 meters. Natural wood. Oh, that's all wood, not wood plank. Why? Building material. Wood plank. So we could kind of edit that building. If we take out that bit of wall and pop in like just a half bit or like a slope, except it doesn't line up. It's just a bit kind of neat, isn't it? It's a bit too neat. There we go, that's what we want. There's a door missing there, look. There's meant to be a door there. Where is it? Where's that door meant to be? It's nowhere. Nowhere is the answer. I'm mindful though that up there is it's not lining up perfectly. But by the time you get this far away, you hopefully don't notice. Let's clear out this from the inside, just so that it doesn't look funky when people look in. What we might do is put some more of that building, like the scaffolding frameworky stuff in here to kind of make it look a little bit more like some rafters have fallen or something. Get out. Get out, you. All of you, be gone. Be gone, squatting grass. Ah! Ah! Right. That's all that's gone. Does it now look ridiculous on the outside? No, it does not. Let's push that down a tad. Be keen. That's alright. That's all good. Let's just raise it there. Which has probably messed up my inside again. Nope. Nope, we're okay. Just put a full... just rebuild the entire thing bit by bit like a home makeover show. No, I think as long as when you're looking past... what was this other thing called? Was it frame? We have to take off the filter, don't we? Let's get rid of the wood plank filter. What was this thing called? We've already forgotten. This is called wooden frame angled. Duplicate. See, because if we put some inside look, like that, you can kind of see that stuff has fallen down. That's because we're in walls, isn't it? That's why. Because we're in walls. Wooden beam. Oh, look, there's fucking wooden beams just falling on the floor. Oh, what a disgrace. Yes. Like that. Look, they're just scattered. They are just scattered everywhere. Look, there's one outside as well. Oh, this place is an absolute disgrace. It's lost a window up here. Could put another. Actually, I don't hate the entire panel being missing. Well, there's been problems. There have been problems with that bit of wall. What if we kind of built up the frame? No, it looks a bit strange floating, does it? Does it? You do. No, I mean that's no. No, it looks a bit strange floating. Ooh, ooh, can we board up windows? Can we find a way to board up this, like... Let's do that in advance move it. We could board this up. We could board this up. Hello now, there's a game changer. Look, they lost their wall, so they just boarded it up. Of course they did. Kind of, maybe. Did they do that? I think they did that. Yes, there we go. It needs to drop back that way a bit. Good, 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 good. Can't move duplicate up that way. Shift it like that. Does not do well when it has to try and pull towards the camera. I like that. I like that. Look. Oh, look how disheveled it is now. Yes. Look how quickly this has become run down. Happy with that, team. We could even, if we really wanted to rub it in, can we put like some old path up to it? Natural path. So I could put it there. I mean, they actually don't look terrible around that like that. It wasn't really what I was going for. What kind of path options do we have? Are there any that kind of look natural? I'm not sure any of these would look supernatural. Because that's gonna... Yeah, no, that's not quite gonna work out. We might, though, put down one of those chests. How does this look at night? 10 PM. Oh, that's spooky. That's spooky. We'll put a little bit of atmosphere lighting in here as well. Yes, Cake. Good from you. Good from you. Very proud. Get inside. Let's put one there. Let's tilt it up. I mean, what is causing this lighting? Why is it so lit up? Because there's a murderer! But not really. Just kind of wants to be a little spooky. That's a bit kind of... It's a bit close probably is what's going on there, I think. Let's do it that way. It's just because you can kind of see that at the edge of the light that I don't like. Let's drift it back and make it really kind of wide. Yeah, there we go. You can kind of see something's going on inside there. And then we probably want something as well for up the top floor. Get inside this camera sometimes. This camera sometimes does not play nice. Probably want something just kind of into this corner, just so that it's got a bit of light. Bad news is not going to let me get away with having that floating there. It's going to have to kind of... It's attached to that wall, okay, bad news? It was attached. Good. Spooky building. I'd say that's pretty spooky. That's a pretty spooky building. It was once a brilliant tavern, and now it's a cash only, no gold, run down, probably haunted hotel. Look, people can watch it on the way past and be like, ooh, what is that? That's of interest. Come through there, which is very dark on this far side, isn't it? So that needs some attention. So there. Thank you, Paige. I think so too. Sounds like you're about to deliver some bad news, Jimmy. Bad news. What's up? What is up? You're not happy with something. Go that way. Oh, that's 100% that's just floating in midair. That is just floating in midair. Let's make it 10 AM so we can actually see where we're placing this thing. Push it back that way. Not enough rocks. Hey, you complained about the rocks, Matt, so I reduced the amount of rocks for you. Let's go that way. Ugh. How do I use... Why is it struggling? That. I mean, it's not made a huge amount of difference, but I think it has done a little bit potentially. Ah, there we go. It's a little bit low. That's what the problem was. Oh no. No, bad news. I wouldn't do that to you. Is that alright? Is that a bit kind of... It's a bit obviously a light, isn't it? So let's pull it back this way a bit. It's just this issue of when it's... like you can see the really apparent cone of where it's come from that I don't like. That's a bit better. It's darker, but it's not like, oh, I can see exactly where that light is. Cool. Okay. Now this area out here, what's going on here? Because this area out here is kind of very, very plain, and I feel like it's potentially a little too plain. We could go the same thing again. We could look for a blueprint that we could just get like a large western building. Could just be a house. Ooh, the sheriff's building could be out here. Could be the old stables can be out here. Because they would obviously have to bring their little horses out to tie them up somewhere, wouldn't they? Of course they would. Let's flatten the foundation and put in from this side. Flatten off for me, please. Being very careful not to ruin our work from earlier. Good, we've avoided doing that. Smooth that out. Bad news will be back in a second. See you shortly, bad news. Right. It feels like that's gotten a little bit too kind of straight off. So we'll do it like that. We'll do it like that, and we'll just smooth it down a bit. The barn, the Western Undertakers. Doesn't quite work. Cart servicing building. Or it could. That could work in here as well, actually. If we had that there like that, and then we could kind of build up some other some other stuff here. Like the sheriff's building could be next to the... Is that kind of a bit much? Is that a bit much to have? Maybe not. Maybe not. Let's give it a little go. Natural path that must return with curb markers. No, curb and railings. So we could kind of... No, stop. Stop being a thing. What I kind of just want, actually, is old-timey terrain, painting. I just want to paint, like, sand, really. As would have been the style at the time. Because I'm not sure dead grass is giving me the look that I want. Rock, auto paint. Why is there no sand option? I suppose that's kind of giving me the look I was thinking. Let's carry it on into there as well. Basically the whole inside area of this track, look, can be this rock effect. Which I suppose, yeah, it's kind of looking a bit like sand. I suppose we're missing trees a little bit. Is there considered to be a western tree? No western trees at all. Which of these trees are most western? It's not the poplar. What kind of trees do they even have in the Old West? I know there's not a lot, but they must be the odd kind of... It's not going to be a swamp tree, it's not going to be a snowy tree. Ponderosa pine, that looks a little bit better. It's a bit big though, isn't it? I mean, it's very large. It's very large. They all are. Oak, marula, birch, just a small birch tree. Dry dead tree, here we go, now we're on to something. Joshua tree, Douglas fir, it's not going to be a Douglas fir. Oak in there? Does that make any sense? I'm not sure it does. Crimson King. Ooh. I mean, I don't hate that. There can be kind of some green ones with some dead around them. Just general dead. Well, there was a nice little kind of group of trees there. One has survived. One of the trees has survived, one of them not so lucky. I can kind of reach over the track, doesn't clip it, that's nice, I like that. What kind of creosote bush? Creosote bush feels very appropriate. I mean, what more would you want? What more do you want from me, Agathor? Look, I've put down some growing trees, some non-growing trees. We've done some good things this evening. Some small creosote bushes behind the old sheriff station. I'm kind of climbing up the walls because it's a bit dishevelled as well. Look, kind of creosote actually growing here for once. Build that bush out. You'll note we've kept the bush away from Anus Cave. Well, I mean, we can probably do that given we don't have money in this. So, I mean, we can turn over whatever the damn hell we want to turn over. The damn hell? I've gone with damn hell there. However damn much we want and whatever the hell we want, I've kind of merged together there to be one thing. Rocks to keep Matt happy. Let's have a little bit of jaggedy rock out of the back here. So Matt gets angry when I don't have enough rocks for him. I'm doing well. I'm doing well, thank you, sir. How are you? You don't stream on Wednesdays, do you? I don't think anyway. I think you're a Tuesday, Thursday boy, if I remember correctly. Real rocky kind of outcrop here. I'm not loving it because it's kind of a little bit Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday. Good. Now you need to PB again is the is the challenge. I mean, could you not just practice on stream, or do you find you don't concentrate as well when you're on stream than you would otherwise potentially? Props. We're going to need some lighting going on around here, so let's pop down. We want some like wooden. Put like a large wooden crate down somewhere. Or is this a little too big still? Maybe not if it's on like the outside of his building there. Well, that could just be an outdoor storage crate. There. Well, it's just fun-friendly storage crate with a couple of wooden barrels for storage too. Stacked neatly, but not perfectly, on top of each other. Just a little one. A little one as well. Look, this guy's got a lot of stuff, okay? Don't hate on him. Don't hate on him. That's rude. He's got a little bit of driftwood just poking about because obviously just rife around here. Plank, I mean they've done something with it, look, they've tried to make something of the area. Good, we need to get a little bit of lighting up in here. Do we want to put some... I mean, I may be going insane here, like, but are we saying that this is an abandoned area, or is this a fully functioning area? So it's an abandoned mine area, isn't it? So there might have to be some kind of support scaffolding up against the side of the sheriff's office, because otherwise it might have been in danger of falling. Look, that just kind of messes that up a little bit. And we can whack a little bit of lighting down on it as well, so that we can see it during the eve. Oil lamp 1. Look, this fool put up the scaffolding and left his light up there. What a fool! Classic fool. And then, of course, there's one that was left on top of his storage container when you got that. Set our lighting to 10 PM so we can see kind of what we're doing. Maybe hide one in here. No, I want the light. I don't want the building. Like that. Let's tilt him up a tadski. Push him down and over that way. And up a bit more so he's not clipping onto the... where does that need to go? That way. Get him down that far. Push him that way. Spin him around that way. That. If we kind of put the Merc on that, is that making a difference? It's kind of put a little bit of light in there, isn't it? Maybe though, I might have gone the wrong way with this, because I think maybe this should be going from the back corner and pointing down into the cart to draw some attention to the cart, of course. That way, kind of light this whole thing up. Like that. Round it off. There you go. What's going on in there? Why is that so lit up? Who knows? Maybe they're still working in that shop. Done. Is the outside of it very dark? Still it is, isn't it? It's going to need something. By something, we obviously mean one of those. One of those down there as well. That's better. That's better. I mean, there's something to that area now, at least. It's not entirely desolate. We need to fill out around the back here as well. Where's some more general shrubbery? Because when in doubt, put some bush down. Kind of a couple of dead trees to make it believable. sparsity. There's something going on there anyway. Something going on. Another couple of dead trees over here. That, and good work whoever's singing this song to have somehow managed to get the lyric celestial bodies in there. It's not kind of your first thought for words for lyrics. Right, that's fine. Can we be a little bit kind of funky and hang a... Right, so we're going to need to be about there. And then let's line this up to be hanging off of this branch. Because what an absolute madman we are. No, we're miles away. We are miles away and up. Okay, now we're getting close. More. And we rotate it that way so it lines up and up just a tiny bit more. Claim that. Gonna claim that. Look at that. Look at that. That's gonna look pretty. Lighting up that bit of the track nicely. And then maybe another one around here as well. In this kind of area. I'm starting to think this song might be called Celestial Bodies. Would be my guess. He's saying it, you know, more than you would in a standard song. Right, I like that. That makes them look a little bit spooky. A little bit spooky. Alright, so just to clarify, in the 1 hour and 40 minutes of stream so far, all we've achieved is decoration, and we finished off the track. We've not even looked at turning this into a station yet, which we might try and hammer through before we finish stream. So what we want is building material, wood plank, and then let's go ahead and it doesn't want to be painted. All the decorations. I mean, I suppose that's what Planet Coaster is, isn't it? It's about the decorations and it's about making stuff look awesome. If we were more concerned with running the park, why? Okay, we need to start building on station grid. That's what we want. That's better. Okay, let's go ahead and kind of... Actually, I take all that back. I take all that back because first things first, we need to put down where our entrance is going to be. And our entrance is going to be there. Is it going to be there? Where do they get off? They get off in the same place they get on, don't they? Is that a thing? That's a thing. So let's, yeah, you can arrive at this end and then you can leave from the other end. I've probably not. No, I take that back. We need to put down a little bit of building first because we need to know kind of where our gaps are going to be for them to come in and out of. So that is going to be entrance there, and then that is going to be exit there, and then we can work around it for the rest of it. So instantly place wrong. Let's put all this down. We can obviously come back and add windows and stuff in. For this end one, should it kind of clip into the end? I feel like it's probably how it needs to go. That's gonna fall in between two otherwise, so we need to give it one of these. That. So it's got a nice big opening there. Back on the outside of the grid again, so it all lines up. And then we're just gonna kind of make this like a barn sort of feel, I think is where I'm heading with my plan here. Look, nice opening. There. Okay. We're off to a start. We're off to a start. Now we want to put our 2-meter panels in like this. No. And what we might do is put like a bit of a deck on the front here so that it makes sense why it's raised. No. How are we... That's what we want. Oh, that's actually perfect. Look at that. It just lets it out and nothing more. There. Let the train through. Let it through. I suppose in theory this should be like a mine train station, shouldn't it? That's what we should be aiming for here. So can we get like, what's the deal with like floors and platforms and stuff? Are there floors? There must be floors of some description. Arches, columns, wall decorations, framework. Doors and windows all. We can get roofs, but can we get... we have to use roofs as floors maybe. Flat roofs. There is no flat wood plank. I mean, I suppose that is kind of close. Let's search wood. Yeah, use roof as a floor. Wood platform. Wood platform is what we want, I think. Wood deck, 2 meter by 2 meter, that is just going out entirely on its own. Apparently, wood deck refuses to line up correctly. The wood platform feels like it's probably alright. I feel like, oh, maybe actually that's probably more in line with what we want, because we'll have a nice kind of all the way along here. Not you. All the way along, there could be like this veranda on the outside, and we'll extend the roof over as well. No. That way. Up and up and up. Good. It's just going to be along the front there. Wooden deck angle. How's that? Okay. Walls meet our wood plank option back again. So we need the 2Z for the end and across the front. This is very clever the way the pieces fit together as well. They've thought that through. Look, there's a nice kind of beam on the front. Alright, and now roof. Obviously it's very basic at the moment. We will jazz this up more, but I want to get the basic kind of shape down. Let's turn that off. Search for wood. Wood tile roof, 1 meter high slope for 4 meter square buildings. Do we want a tile roof? Wood tile roof. It's very sharp. 1 meter slope. Is that what we're... It wants to be out here, doesn't it? Like that. What have they used on these other ones as a point of reference? Oh, they've used sheet metal, of course. Of course. Why would I do that? Metal. Nope. Is it called like corrugated iron or something? It's called exactly that. Corrugated iron, 1 meter slope. Up to that, I suppose. Yeah. I think that's how the game's played. So that comes across the front. And up. Up and up and ugh. Oh wow, it's wildly spinning. Up. Does it want to kind of... Doesn't want to suddenly increase pitch, does it? That's going to look a bit funky. Yeah, probably going to look a bit funky. lining up. Yeah. Yeah, it is. And then we need the actual top, which is not lined up at all. In a corner, 1 meter ridge. Well, why is the 1 meter ridge not fitting in any capacity? How is that helpful? How is that a helpful thing? Does it need... Is that like designed to line up with the two? No. It just doesn't line up with any of them. Essentially, this is what's happening. Like, what? I can't get anything to... Can I get that to line up? No, it doesn't line up in any way. You know what I said before about them being really clever about getting stuff to work well with each other? I take that back. Because it doesn't. I mean, that one's better. Should we be using that one instead? What is the difference when it actually comes to there? That's kind of like more sheets layered on top of each other. We're going to have to do that, aren't we? We're going to have to undo all of the great work that we did there. I mean, that looks a bit rough though, doesn't it? It has to be said. That looks a bit rough. I don't like it. I don't like it. My brain cannot process ceilings at this hour. We're going to have to try ceilings again next time. Ceilings and roofs. Right. Look, gonna be honest, in terms of grand scheme, we've not made a huge amount of progress, but it has been pleasant. It has been pleasant just designing stuff and kind of getting to terms with things, and I feel like we're doing okay. We're doing okay. We're gonna finish it there. As I say, there will be no stream tomorrow. Don't stream on Thursdays anymore. Don't forget that. There may be a stream on Friday. Not sure what we will stream yet. We will work that out when we get there. It might be Overwatch, it might be more of this, it might be Stardew, it might be Mario, it might be anything. We will find out. I will probably ask people in the Discords what they think. But for the time being, thank you all for being here this evening. It's been fun. Thank you to Molly and to Cake for the cheeky little bits earlier. And I will see you all maybe on Friday. I've seen your slam, Matt. I'm going to ignore it. I'm not going to end stream on a negative like that. I'm not going to let you bring me down, man. I'm going to go to bed feeling happy. So, thank you all for being here, and I will see you next time. Bye, 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 bye.